Alright, so let's set the scene. On one side of the world you have India, a place with over 1 billion people, amazing food, and a political scene that's more dramatic than any TV show. In 2014, this country elected Narendra Modi as its prime minister. He came in with a huge promise of development and a strong, proud India. Modi wasn't just a politician, he was a phenomenon. He had this image of a man who got things done, a decisive leader ready to put India on the map in a big way. Then you hop over to the other side of the planet, to the United States of America. Land of the free, home of the brave, and the place where a reality TV star could become president. In 2016, Donald Trump did just that. When it came to talking to the world, Modi and Trump were worlds apart, yet strangely similar. Modi is like that professor, careful with his words. Prefers grand, well-organized speeches, huge rallies, monthly radio address, Man Ki Baat. He speaks with a lot of thought and projects an image of a wise, controlled leader. He uses social media, especially Twitter, to announce government policies, to share positive news. You won't often find him getting into a messy online fight. Donald Trump, on the other hand, his communication style was like a tornado in a library. There was no filter, no script, and definitely no quiet. His main weapon was Twitter, which he used like a personal megaphone at all hours of the day and night. He would announce major policy changes, fire cabinet members, attack his opponents, sometimes all before breakfast. It was chaotic, it was unpredictable, and you could not look away. The big difference was control. Now let's talk about what these guys actually did. The Trump administration's motto was America First, and they took it very seriously. One of the first big moves was pulling the United States out of the Trans-Pacific Partnership. He also withdrew from the Paris Agreement on climate change. Then came the trade war with China. He slapped huge tariffs on Chinese goods. He also questioned the value of NATO. Meanwhile, in India, Modi's foreign policy was Act East, making India a leading power. He spent a lot of time building relationships with countries in the Middle East. He hosted huge events, like the Howdy Modi rally in Houston with Trump. On the tougher side, his government conducted surgical strikes in response to terrorist attacks. The decision in 2019 to revoke Article 370 in Kashmir was a huge domestic move with massive international ripple effects. The core of Trump's foreign policy was disruption. He moved the U.S. Embassy in Israel to Jerusalem. He also pulled out of the Iran nuclear deal and reimposed sanctions. Modi's approach was more of a balancing act. These actions completely changed how the world saw both countries. Under Trump, America's image shifted dramatically. For centuries, the United States was seen as the predictable leader of the free world. Suddenly, it became the unpredictable disruptor. Many traditional allies in Europe felt they could no longer rely on the United States as a steady partner. India's image, under Modi, also changed, but differently. Modi projected a more confident, assertive, ambitious India. Countries began to see India not just as a massive market but as a serious political and military player. Some countries welcomed this. The United States, Japan, saw India as a partner to balance China. However, this assertiveness brought scrutiny. Kashmir, the Citizenship Amendment Act, drew criticism from international human rights organizations and some governments. They worried about the state of democracy and minority rights in India. So India's power grew, but its reputation as a tolerant, pluralistic democracy was questioned. The world watched closely to see which way India would go. For America, America First had a clear impact. Trump's supporters felt he was standing up for the country, while many others saw the U.S. turning its back on global responsibilities. So, what's the big takeaway from this global showdown? One of the biggest lessons is that leadership style matters. A lot. Trump's unpredictable, tweet-driven diplomacy showed that the personality of a single leader can shake the foundations of international relations. Decades-old alliances are more fragile than we thought and can be put at risk by a leader who doesn't believe in them. This pushed other countries to think more independently about their own security and economic interests. From Modi's tenure, the world learned that rising powers are no longer content to just sit at the kids' table. India demonstrated a clear ambition to be a rule-maker, not just a rule-taker. A country can pursue its national interests aggressively while still engaging with the global system. He managed to be friends with countries that were enemies with each other. A balancing act. Multi-alignment. The era highlighted the power of nationalism in the 21st century. Both leaders rode a wave of national pride to power. People can still feel left behind and want leaders who promise to put their nation first. In the end, the Modi-Trump years were a period of massive change. Both leaders left a lasting mark, forcing a global reset. They reminded everyone that history isn't over and that the world order is constantly being renegotiated.